our new MPLPH Season 9 champions, RSG Philippines. Welcome to the press conference. And of course, congratulations, Coach Panda. So again, this is the post-match press conference between RSG Philippines and Smart Omega for the Grand Finals. And here we have RSG, of course, Coach Panda, Aqua, Nats, Eman, Demon Kite, and Light. So I'm sure everyone here has a lot of questions for our team. Maybe we can start from the left side this time. So guys, over there. Okay, let's go with Ray.
First off, congratulations po sa panalo sa Season 9 Championship. Coach, gusto ko lang balikan yung game. Say 4-1 victory, and well the entire series looked very competitive. During the crucial stretch of the games, talagang nag-step up yung players mo. Can you talk us through kung paano nyo nagawa yung dominant na series against Omega?
Kalimutan ko lahat ng teams eh. Which game? Throughout the game, right?
Yes, throughout the series po.
One thing that if I say this, I'm pretty sure that all the players will agree, is that my players have a very strong mentality. And that mentality comes from teamwork. Because one wise person from Singapore manager said, best team? Teamwork. And then, the best, because we know naman that when we play, we're not playing for ourselves. We're all playing for each other and everyone who's supporting us, especially our family members and everyone. So, araw-araw, when they even go to those scrims, they tell themselves, I'm going to make mistakes. But they really enjoy it. Kahit I scold them. But when it comes to tournament, they make sure that lahat ng decision making nila, lahat ng action nila is really on point because they're always talking to each other. You guys should see us actually, what happens when we actually go to almost like a 30 minute game. My players' mentality is very, very strong. We don't really get slow with our movements. Mechanics, micro, macro, it still becomes consistent. So because we're all, when someone is tired and wants to go down, we're all boosting each other up. And that is the best thing about this team. So I hope I answered your question.
Another question po, Coach, what can you say about the performance of Nats? Siya yung finals MVP, and all throughout the series, very crucial yung mga ginagawa niyang paghabol kay Kelra during the crucial parang lumalabas talaga na ang game plan niyo is to really put the clamps on Kelra. And gaano ka crucial yung naging performance ni Nats for this championship series?
Was it the game 5?
Throughout the series po. Yung gaano po crucial yung performance po ni Nats?
If I talk about game 5 where they had the Estes and Kelly, honestly, Nats, sobrang hirap diba? Kasi may Estes eh. Tapos meron silang Flicker. Tapos, like, Nats is actually the one, how do you say, if one person dies, he carries two. And that's why I think everyone saw. And that's why he's the final MVP. But it's not only Nats, but each players, they play their each role. If one falls, and the other person steps up, buhat ka two. That's actually Kite sa season 8. Parang everyone said that Kite is carrying the team. But this season is like, everyone is allowed to make mistakes. Everyone is allowed to fall down because they will carry each other. And Nats really showed a fantastic performance today. And I think he has more to improve. And that will be shown sa MSC.
So maybe we can go to the right side this time.
Can I pass this?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's my last day today, Jesus. Can I reveal? No, don't mention any word name.
Space.
No.
Okay, last.
Okay, Sir Carlos Pineda of Spin PH.
Okay, so congrats RSG for winning the championship. So my question will be for Nats. Okay. Nats, being the man of the hour, okay, so season 8, one of the biggest criticisms you have was you made some blunders that sort of affected the entire team. You know, you had a great season 8, without a doubt. Like, you were a potential Rookie of the Year candidate, but you made some massive mishaps which affected the team. But season 9, you are legit to the point where you've now become Finals MVP. So, how does it feel to have that redemption arc?
Diba sa season 8, malakas yung mechanics mo pero kulang sa comms sa network. Remember yung Uranus game mo?
Every one of us.
How does it feel about Pauli na? Kasi sa season 8, malakas ka pero medyo po. Pero this season, parang first at half breaks. How does it feel to Pauli na? Parang ganun mo ba? Kasi last season,
Masaya. Masaya, no? Masaya, nakabawi. Dahil nakarang season, wala hindi ako kilala Parang sa average XP laner lang ngayon. Parang feel ko ako na pinakamalakas. Pero hindi ko naman claim na ako talaga. Parang feel ko lang.
Okay, and speaking of XP laners, sinabi mo ikaw yung pinakamalakas. Now, you're going to NSC, and you'll be facing yung mga iba't ibang XP laners from other countries. Curious lang ako, sinong XP laner, well, other than Renzio, na gusto mong tapatan?
R7 and bots.
Yes. Onyx Esports and RQ.
Ayos yun okay, sige. Looking forward sa matchup na yun. Yeah, you're going after the legit legends talaga.
Yeah.
From Kingslayer to Legend Slayer. Alright, so my next question would be, I've already asked about Wrecker, his impact, but I believe there are other unsung heroes in RSG, like sina Lexi, sina photographer JD right there, and even like David Season, formerly. So could you describe the massive impact that they bring to you, or even Coach G, if you want to include him, to the team's success this season?
Anong influence nila? Ano sa akin? Sila Lexi, sila Coach G.
Siguro yung influence na sa amin kasi parang paramdam namin hindi kami lumalaban ng mag-isa. Parang laging merong nasa likod namin na kung matalo man kami, may susupport sa amin. Kahit magkamali kami. Kaya nagagawa namin yung mga gusto namin sa game. Talagang maging happy lang kami sa game, gawin namin yung gusto namin.
Wow, that's something I learned in European football. So those are my only questions. Thanks.
Here's your Carlos Pineda, your Calvin of One Esports.
Congrats po sa magandang pinakita niyo today at MSC malapit na rin. Looking forward to that. Anyway, I'm gonna be asking in behalf of my co-writer, teacher. For Aqua specifically. No. So, babasahin ko na lang. Nung season 5 and 6, back-to-back playoff exit, versus Blacklist. Season 7, yung team mo na Signal Ultra, hindi naging masyado naging successful. Season 8, ganun din, with the playoffs, with RSG. Pero ngayon, champion ka na. Anong pakiramdam na nakuha mo finally yung championship after ilang seasons ng heartbreak? Anong pakiramdam na meron kang redemption nga, or resurgence?
Para sa akin, simula nung mag-start ako ng ML, pangarap ko na talaga ito eh. So, yung nag-start ako sa Blacklist, may lahat ng experience, pinagdaanan ko lahat ng role nilaro ko. Ngayong season 9, sobrang daming sumusuporta since day 1. Sobrang saya ko po kasi ngayon nakuha na namin yung championship. Sobrang daming experience na rin pong natutunan ko ngayon na parang nalabas ko na yung yung potential. Sobrang saya ko po kasi totoo
talaga yung hard work eh. Pag lalo mong sinipagan tas ginalingan na may mapupuntahan talaga, may patutunguhan lahat. Kaya sobrang saya ko po, lalo na yung mga family ko at mga sumusuporta sa amin.
Ayan, pang Mr. Universe yung sagot na. Anyway, follow-up lang, konti ako. Gaano kalaki yung impact ni Coach Panda sa development mo as a player and as a person din sa labas ng laro, kumbaga?
For me po si Coach Panda po yung sobrang tiwala sa akin. Kahit ano po yung gawin ko, parang tiwala siya, wala siyang negative insight sa akin. Parang sobrang laki lang ng trust niya sa akin kahit anong gawin ko sa laro, sa ginagawa ko sa bootcamp. Sobrang saya ko po kasi napakadami kong natutunan kay Coach Panda na mga experience, fundamental, lahat po. Lahat po ng sinasabi niya, lahat ng tinuturo niya, ina-adapt ko po. Tapos sobrang tiwala rin po ako sa kanya. Ayun po, parang love na love ko si Coach Panda. Natupad din yung dream ko na makakuha ng MPL Championship. Thank you po.
Well deserved. Thank you very much.
Definitely well deserved. Another question from Sir Jonash of Tiebreaker Times 10 will go to.
Ayun, speaking of redemption arcs lang, no, like, ilang beses na natin pinag-usapan dito. Ngayon, nakompleto mo na from MVP, from 8th place, nag-MVP, nag-champion. So, kindly walk us through kung ano yung mga unang pumasok sa isip mo kanina after you won Game 5.
Unang-unang pumasok sa akin yung mga past teammates ko na di namin natupad yung pangarap namin together. So, parang dala-dala ko yun. Ako magtutuloy sa sobrang dami kong kakampi na Kaya feeling ko talaga hindi ako nag-iisa sa laban na to. Kaya malakas po talaga yung loob ko. And yung mga grind ko na hindi ako natutulog, inisipagan ko na akala ko walang patutunguhan. Na parang hanggang dito na lang ako. Then ngayon, may pinatunguhan na talagang sabi nga niya ako, pag nagsipag ka, may mararating ka talaga. Yun lang.
And speaking of your former teammates din, parang in a way ba, are you dedicating this to them?
Kasi may na rin ako sa kanila, parang malaki na yung pinagsamahan namin. Kaya pag kino-congrats nila ako tsaka pino-good luck, talagang sabi ko, tutuloy ko pangarap natin.
Another question for Coach Panda. Coach, this team buo na to last season. Tapos, pwede ba natin sabihin na si Light yung naging game changer for this team or naging missing puzzle piece para sa inyo for this season?
We have 10 players pala, including Recker. Every single player plays a very important role. Just like I told you guys last time, you have 5 fingers, but let's say you have 10 fingers. If you bite each one finger, or if you cut it, does it hurt less than the other fingers? Lahat ng fingers sa pain is the same pa rin. So, Heat actually was a very strong and a very matibay Tagalog finger. Pero also si Heat din who played a very important role din sa team mentally and also as a spiritually. That's why we're always glad to have him. Light actually definitely brought up the game style of Kite, because Kite really wants to play aggressive. And actually even the teams, they all look like they're shy, they're like tahimik. When you actually see them in game, they're saying Mura words, they're saying let's do this, let's do that. And then when Light came in, they can actually kind of do that more. So we always can play with 2 different kind of players. Aggressive player like say Light, and also a passive utility player, which is really very good at the Heat. This season I think we really showed that if we use aggressive post 5, then we can play like this. So going back to your question, yes, Light definitely helped us in this season. That is why he really deserves the MVP of the season.
And last question na lang for Eman. Eman, last season, alam naman natin, medyo hindi ka nakalaro. Tapos, ngayong season, parang you entered the main 5 as a replacement kay Iakno. Tapos, ngayon lang parang how does it feel lang na you're regarded as one of the best gold laners na agad parang dati lang di ka na naglalaro, tapos ngayon you're regarded as one of the best gold laners, tapos you're one of the reasons kung bakit nag-champion yung RSG.
Dati po nung hindi ako nakalaro, talaga, naging malungkot ako kasi gusto ko talaga maglaro nun, tapos parang nandun lang ako sa gilid, nanonood, nag-cheer, ganun. Pero ngayong season 9, parang ginalingan ko talaga kasi tek na ako matanggal eh. Napunta ako sa tryout stage, tas ayun, napasa ko, tas ko pa parang nag-practice pa ako ng mag-practice para lumakas palalo, para di ako tanggalin sa team. Tapos ayun, nagbunga yung pag-grind ko ng sa Gold Day. Ayun, ito na yung narating ngayon. Yun lang.
Saan mo ba naging motivation yun sa'yo yung last season na hindi ka nakalaro?
Sobra po. Kasi sobrang naiingit ako sa kanila. Nakikita ko sila naglalaro sa sa MPL. Ayan. Sobrang ingit talaga ako. Kasi gusto ko, yung mga lalo na yung mga family ko na gusto kong makita maglaro sa stage. Tas ayun, hinihintay nila ako maglaro. Tas, ayun na.
Thank you.
Ayun na.
Okay, thank you so much. Maybe one last question last two questions from the side, then we'll move to our media online. So we'll start with Ms. Angela of ABS-CBN, and then we'll move on to Sir Ed of GMA.
Let's entertain three more.
Okay. Yeah, three more.
So hi, congratulations first of all. Tapos, ang tanong ko lang is, parang throughout this entire playoff series, parang kayo lang yung squad talaga na nakapag-shut off kay Kendra. Could you expound more kung paano niyo siya pinlan yung pag-shutdown sa kanya?
Yung about sa pag-shutdown kay Kendra, siguro yung kasi nung nire-review po namin yung Omega Games, talagang nakikita namin na threat si Kendra. Ganun. So, nung nasa stage namin na naglalaban na po kami, parang unang-una wala pa talaga sa plano namin na parang mag-all-in po kay Kendra. Ganun. Parang on the spot lang po talaga sa laban na kailangan lang po talaga patayin si Kendra. Kasi siya yung key player ng Omega. Kaya palagi namin siyang pinapressure, gano'n. Palagi namin siyang pinapahirapan para hindi mag-work yung mga strategies na ginagawa ng Omega.
Yun lang for me. Thank you and congrats.
My question is, sino yung pinakamahirap na nakalaban nyo ngayong playoffs? At bakit? Kasi medyo dominant yung run nyo, isang beses lang kayo natalo. Pero out of all the games, kanino kayo pinaka-nahirapan or kumbaga challenging?
Siguro Omega, kasi sila lang nakascore sa amin eh.
Makes sense.
For me, Omega din kasi sa Grand Finals, hindi namin mahulop yung lamang namin. So, bawat lumalamang kami sa game, parang naging game changer nila yung bawat lamang namin. Parang nakakabawi sila kahit anong gawin namin. So, nahihirapan talaga kami sa Omega. Siguro yung point lang namin, yung ano lang namin, yung ano lang namin para manalo, yung tiwala siguro sa isa, tas confidence. Pero so ang hirap talaga kalaban ng Omega pagdating sa team fight.
So going into the MSC, tingin nyo sino yung pinakamalaking hurdle para sa championship? Yeah, tingin nyo pinakamahirap na magpapahirap sa inyo sa MSC?
Tingin ko magpapahirap sa amin yung RRQ Hoshi. Kasi lagi namin silang kaskrime and dikit lang yung laban. Minsan 4-0 namin sila, minsan kami naman 0-4. So, talagang gusto namin magtapat sa MSC para malaman namin sino talagang malakas.
Sure.
So congratulations once again. In game 2, where you guys lost the first game that you had in the playoffs, were you surprised with the different gameplay that Smart Omega showed?
Sa akin po, hindi. Hindi po ako na-surprise kasi alam po namin na sa Grand Finals may chance talaga kami matalo. Kahit isang game lang ganun or dalawang game. Kaya expected po namin na makakascore yung Omega ganun. Kaya tsaka bukod po doon hindi pa talaga namin parang forte yung naging lineup nung game 2.
I really want to say that Karako that TNC was the most impressive team regarding discipline and positioning, and Onyx was the best team early aggression and strategy. Omega is really something. I can really say that. I'm not calling them last one, but they don't really give up easily. They just finished a lower bracket finals, and when they came to us, I felt that they were mentally exhausted medyo. But isang game nila was really matapang. They really want to punch us back if we try to punch them. So they always had something up their sleeves. And that is why now I understand talaga why everyone doesn't really want to fight Omega in some playoffs. And then for the MSC, I hope that two of us, Omega and RSGPH, can represent the Philippines very well and have a good result.
Coach, you already mentioned MSC. Given the performance of RSG and given the performance of Smart Omega this season, what do you think are the chances that we're going to see an all-PH Grand Finals again?
My isip is always 50-50. It's either a yes or no, but we need to make it a yes. And it really depends how we train until we start the MSC. So good luck to Omega.
Thank you.
Okay, do we have any other questions? Last few questions before we move on to our online friends. Good sa tayo? Okay, so Keith, we can move on to our online media friends.
Okay, thank you. Once again, congratulations, team. Same as last time, media friends are also joining us tonight through the Zoom conference. First question from Esports Inquirer. Your fellow RSG Singapore also qualified for this year's MSC. Do you guys have any message for them?
For what is sila na? For what sa Grand Finals?
Yes. Yes.
Congratulations sa kanila tsaka kita-kits sa MSC.
I want to say congrats to RSG Singapore because I know the players and I know the coaching staff. See Dolly, Benjamin, who's our head country manager, is that he knows all the coaches and all the staff, and he really knows that Dolly is also like me in Singapore. He works hard than me. He's very dedicated. The thing about RSG Singapore is that all the players are not full time. Wala silang bootcamp. They only have part-time players, and they still practice very hard. And then their coach Dolly was always there for them. So RSG Singapore is just the same version of RSG PH. You have all players who are really dedicated and all hardworking management. So I really say you guys deserved it. Good job.
Question from Esquire Philippines. How will you celebrate your victory tonight? This morning, by the way.
This morning nga. Matutulog.
G-side bagingan. Siguro, para na may enjoy sa siguro, post lang kami sa mga champion kami. Hindi kami mag-G-side. Tulog lang yun. Pero enjoy yun.
Hindi. Siguro gandang gawin na magpahinga na. Hindi, mag-enjoy na lang kami. Di namin alam kung saan kayo pupunta eh.
Okay. I think last question na, specific for Coach Panda. I think everyone has witnessed how well the team had performed since the regular season. What's your message to your team, especially now that you're representing the country to the MSC 2022?
Message to my teammates.
Yes, coach.
Now I have to. Don't worry, I will not talk long. Okay. Sorry, just that's me. I always try to refer to something that I learned. This is the first time ever since I created this team in season 8. When everyone called us Chop Suey, every single player now has a championship title. No one can ever dare to even say the ch word in front of us. Okay? Because we were the Kingslayers, and season 9, we are actually the king. We have the trophy, and the MSC is waiting for us. So for now, here in the Philippines, the job is done now. Pero for the MSC, the job will just start. I'm very proud of each players, but they all know inside that we can celebrate, but once we come back to the practice, the celebration is already over. And then taking a vacation, taking a rest is just another preparation for the next step. We are not done until we get that M4.
No further questions from our media participants.
Okay, I think we can wrap up this press call kasi may kapitan kaya sa